How has it been growing up in the business? You've been since the 70s, now it's like 30 years.
How's it been? What?
Growing up with the business constantly. You
I don't even know.
You've been with it 30 years now.
Well, it's been wonderful to me. I mean, I've seen people come and go, and some good stories, some sad stories. It's like life. I never thought of it like that. I mean, it's just part of life. You know.
You started out in San Francisco, so you must have worked with the Mitchell Brothers and John Holmes.
Yes.
Any nice stories from that time?
Just had a nice time with them. Artie and Jim were great to work for because it was always like a little party. One time we were on this old fishing boat that they had bought, and we left San Francisco and just sailed across the bay, this old fishing boat, and we did sex scenes as we went across the bay. The sun was going down behind the Golden Gate Bridge, and you know, I'm getting a blowjob on top of the thing. And it wasn't planned. They just had girls there, and everybody started to do things, you know. So they just started shooting it. They had no plan of what we were doing. It was just like shooting a bunch of stuff and people having a good time. It was great. And we had fresh crab there. They had somebody boiling the fresh crab. And we had the ball. We had the greatest time.
When I see the films today from the 70s and early 80s, it seems like people had more fun doing the sex in the films.
Well, I don't know if you can say that. I mean, that's all relative, but I don't know. I can't speak for someone how much fun they have. I think people had a little more innocence and fun about sex maybe years ago because they didn't have this trauma of disease hanging over their head. I think that creates a different kind of perception in society as a whole. So how that transfers to our business, I don't know. Maybe it makes it a little more kinky.
You remember when the HIV came in the early 80s, since you were living in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Was it a riot? What happened? Tell me what happened.
Was it what?
What happened in San Francisco in '83 when the AIDS started to spread and the
I mean, it just sort of came on, and what was this? It just like it was perceived everywhere. I mean, it just happened to be that, you know, New York, L.A., and San Francisco were targeted areas, that's all. That, you know, these people were infected purposely, you know.
I have to ask you questions about Seika now. Do you have any memories of her? What's she like?
She was a lot of fun. I mean, she was a lot of balls. You know, I mean, a lot of, you know, spoke her mind and was always very, very, I don't know. She was very respectful.
What do you think made her such a
very much respectful of the people in the business and what she understood what it took to do this. And she always had, you know, she was very sympathetic to fellow performers.
What do you think made her such a huge star in the 80s?
She just came around at the right time, the right look, you know. I don't know, just things happen like that. Why? She was at the right place at the right time, you know. She had she was doing, if I remember, she was doing a series with Swedish Erotica at the time that I think she worked with some black guys, and maybe with Holmes too, I think, where all of a sudden this beautiful blonde girl was doing these nasty things with black people, you know. So I think that made her very famous. Now, I'm just trying to remember now, you know. She became like in great demand.
How was it to work with her?
Great. Very understanding, you know. She was very, very good.
Do you miss her in the business?
Do I miss her?
Yeah. I mean, she was great for a couple of years.
Oh, she was great for a while. I mean, I miss her like if you want to dwell and miss those days. But I think that's like anything, you know. Of course you miss that, but it's a fond memory. There are a lot of people that I've come to know from those years. Some I've lost contact with, some I still know. And it's nice to have memories of your life with these people and how you went through things together. And it was one of the things it was very much a smaller group of people that felt a comradeship with one another. and I think drew strength from that.
What happened on your first movie set?
I struggle with the problems of how to keep your dick up.
How do you keep your dick up?
Well, you have to find a way to. And when you're new, you don't know, you know. So you just find a way. But it worked out, you know. It was a struggle for a while, you know. You figure out, how do you do this? What do? You know, you just got to get into the moment. You know? So, now it's easy, like I
Now
said.
it's easy.
Just pop those pills. I think people probably have a great time.
Does everybody in the business take Viagra?
Oh, I don't know. I just said that. I have no idea. I never asked. But I said if they don't, they're crazy. I tried it a couple of times. The first time I tried it, you know, to see what happens, you know, you start laughing. Now, you have to be turned on, though. I mean, if you just take it, you're not really into having sex. It's just
I felt like
makes
my
you
dick
feel
was
like
sleeping.
makes you feel like you had the flu or something. But if you're like into a sexual thing, it was amazing. It's just like it completely responds, you know, because it's a plumbing thing. And one of the things about the business was people would start feeling pressure on them. You know, well, I got to do it. Oh, I got to do it, and then no blood can get in there. They freeze up. And Viagra, supposedly, what that does is it allows that to relax, so the blood flow just happens naturally. You don't have that, so that's why it's so good, I guess. So, anyway.
And girls can fake, men can't.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason for men to fake it anymore. I mean, guys now come right out hard. It's hard. Something going on, man.
Absolutely.
It's pretty good. I don't mind. It saves me a lot of time. You know, the last thing you want to do making movies is wait for somebody to get a hard on.
Oh yeah.
Now, that shit, the goddamn scene's dead then.
But don't you have fluffer girls to help you out?
Why would you have? Look how beautiful the girls are. Why would you want a fluffer girl? If the girls are beautiful, what do you need another one in there? I remember one time they brought a fluffer girl in for me. I said, I don't want no fluffer girl, man. I want with her. And fluffer girl wasn't even cute. Anyway, this girl said to me, she didn't want to suck my cock before the cameras rolled. And that's fine with me. I don't care. And I'm just, and I was standing and she was sucking. So, and I said, okay. Yeah. So I'm playing with myself, right? And I said, here, give me a finger. So I get her finger and I have her do like this with her thumb on my nipple, right? And she went, can you hold on a minute? She went and talked to her manager. They discussed her for about 10 minutes. She just came back, I guess I can do that. So she went like this. And I'm going, I'm taking every moment of it. I'd rather be doing that than ever suck my cock, you know what I mean? So it was funny. We got along great, though. I was just like, she really dug me for that, you know. She's like, because a lot of guys would get an ego thing with that, like, oh, she doesn't want to know what's the matter with me, you know. But it wasn't anything, because this is business, you know. And I just got off on a fantasy that she didn't want it. See, there's a thing there, like if someone doesn't want to. That could be more of a turn on it than if they do want to. Not that she didn't want to, I knew she wanted to. See, but I knew she had this thing that she had to. Because you could tell in somebody's eyes. And then she even got off on the fact that I was just, you know, had this look on my face and I'm jerking off right